Okay, so hear me out. A lot of people ain't gonna like what I'm about to say. And by the way, I am average tech guy, but y'all ain't gonna like what I'm about to say because I'm gonna tell you that if you want to go out and spend $100+ on a Apple Pencil Pro, you can do so. Now I do that because people want to know about it, and I gotta represent for the channel and all that good stuff. I gotta have an Apple Pencil Pro. I gotta have a Magic Keyboard. I gotta have the iPad because that's part of my job. But for the average consumer, you don't have to have the Apple Pencil Pro. Well, if you want a stylus, you kind of got to have an Apple Pencil Pro, unless you got a Logitech Crayon. So let's talk. So, of course, today we're talking about Logitech Crayon. Now, this is 2025, and we are talking Logitech Crayon. Now, I'm gonna get this set up the way I like it. If you want to know about that case, I'm gonna tell y'all about it. This is my iPad Pro 11, but we'll talk about this case. It's from Moft, and I've been seeing it all over the internet. I had this for a long time for my 13. I just got this one for my 11, and it's everywhere. But I digress from that point. I'll drop a link below. This thing is still one of the best accessories 2 to 3 years later. I got the orange tip one around here somewhere, the one that charges up with lightning. I still got that one somewhere. I just got to find it. Told y'all I still had it. It is probably good and dead. Let's see. And this one, you got to press the button. Oh, it does come on. Let's see. Oh, it works. Still two of the best investments I ever, and I paid like $100 for each of them when they came out. When they first were brand new. You can get them now for like $50 and like $20, something like that. Crazy. These are good investments. They still work with these Pro models. Now, when Apple gave us the Pro, they basically said, forget you. If you got an old one, your old Apple Pencil ain't gonna work with it. You got to go out and get this Apple Pencil Pro for like $130. All right. So me being me, I still had all this good stuff laying around, and these work with your Airs. They work with your Pros. They basically will work with any of these newer models that have USB Type-C. This is awesome. This is going to do everything with the exception of the little haptic feedback. I barely even tap on that thing anyway, so it's really nothing that I need. It still does everything else. So let me show you. It's still gonna make your shapes, just like so. And I just didn't draw it right, but it will work. There we go. That one worked, that one didn't. It is still going to allow you to pull up this, and I always pull up my toolbar to do everything anyway. Now, you're not gonna be able to snap to get the little hovering bar, but everything else is there for your liking or for your taking. Let me make sure we get that right. Like if I want to draw, let's see. If I want to scribble, boom, it's still gonna scribble. So everything is still there. Now, it does not have pressure sensitivity, and to my knowledge, oh yeah, it has tilt. So no pressure, but it does have tilt. Turn sideways, it gets wider. Straight up and down, it's thin. This is it. Yeah, there we go. And I'm still mad that you can't go home from any other screen with this thing. Like if I'm here and I want to swipe up to go home, I can't do that. On a Samsung tablet, you can do that. I digress from that point. I'm not going to get into that realm and all that fussing and fighting between the two. But I am going to say, if you see these, grab them. They are really good accessories for you to check out. Even in 2025, they are still relevant. They still do their thing. And Logitech, you were geniuses when you came up with these two devices. I will keep these forever as long as I live. Nobody can ever buy these from me. Nobody can ever take these from me. I keep them put up. I keep this one hidden. My kids can get this one all they want, but nobody really likes them because they like, I gotta have an Apple Pencil. I gotta have an Apple Pencil. I don't have to have an Apple Pencil. I carry these things everywhere I go. Actually, I carry this one wherever I go. I just found this one. but I'm glad I found it. But yeah, in 2025, this is still a really good option for you to have for your iPad Pro. So hopefully this has been able to help someone out and shed a little light. I've had this for years now. I had this one for years longer than this one. Go by and check them out. I'll drop some links below, but Logitech, you did your thing. You did your thing when you put these out. It saved a lot of people because this can go from iPad to, like I've had this since, wow, at least 3 years. So it can just travel between iPads. So hopefully you'll be able to get your hands on one if you don't already have an Apple Pencil. If you're looking for something because you don't need an Apple Pencil, these are the way to go. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.